Hello and welcome everyone back to the Powder Toy. We haven't had enough tsunamis in games, so we're going to do tsunami testing in the Powder Toy. Now you may be saying, what is it going to do? And I don't really know. We'll try with water first, but we're not only doing water tsunamis, because those are too boring, you see. So let's see. Let's flood the world with water. We'll just start from here and, yeah, it goes over the buildings for sure. And this actual massive building here kind of creates a natural, well, not natural, but a dam. Buildings are artificial. In fact, they do not grow out of the ground. Fun facts with Spike. But if this building were to fall over for some reason, it would allow the water to go ahead and flood the entire city. Except for this building's trying to hold it off as well, so we'll just eat that because we cannot have our plans ruined. Very exciting. Water tsunami made it all the way across the city, but there wasn't much damage, so I'm a little bit disappointed. So let's go ahead, restart the edge mode on solid, and let's go ahead and do a lava tsunami. I mean, what could possibly go wrong with a lava tsunami? Alrighty, so as time passes, the lava tsunami is smacking into that big tall building once again. Will it hold it off? Will it hold it off? That is the question of the day. It looks like it actually is holding it off. Oh, it is burning through the spire though. Huh. Alright, so it looks like the lava did heat up the buildings, but it wasn't really enough to destroy the buildings. I mean, if we go ahead and cool it down and see what kind of damage we have, you'll notice it's not really much. I mean, yeah, not much happened. So, we're gonna have to come up with something even better to use. How about how about a thermite tsunami? Nothing could possibly go wrong with a molten thermite tsunami. I mean, it's a great idea. Nothing could possibly... Okay, molten thermite tsunami. I mean, it's certainly heating up a little bit more quickly. That big old building is doing its best to try to defend the rest of the city. Will it survive? Will it thrive? Is it going to make it? Is it going to save the city? It may actually. Oh, we're getting some leakage. We are getting some leakage. I don't even know what this would be considered. This molten thermite paste is at 2,000 degrees, and it seems like it's holding on to that heat pretty well, so this building's gonna have to stand for quite a while to protect the rest of the city, but it looks like it's slowly melting and burning away, so I don't think it'll be able to do that. All these poor buildings, there's just a stream of lava. Oh, the stream has seized. Is that it? No, this building will certainly collapse. I think. Right? Looking at the nothing display to try to see if the building is... See, this coal, I'm not sure if it's gonna burn. It's hot, but I think for the coal to burn, it may actually need to be set on fire. And it doesn't look like it's exactly catching on fire, it's just hot. Although this down here is interesting, the ground is starting to melt, so it may just end up going under. It may just go under the city rather than over. Let's go ahead and just reduce the amount of thermite by a little bit just to decrease the lag and allow the simulation to run a little bit faster. There we go. I know that also decreases the heat very... Oh! It looks like the pressure difference is causing the thermite to kind of fly into the air. There's just thermite falling all over the place, on people, on buildings, on infrastructure. Generally bad for the economy. It looks like this building here kind of set up a second dam, and even though there is thermite falling out of the sky, it's cooling down in the air and not really doing too much damage. If you were like on the street over here, you'd actually probably be fine. Although this building is like on fire now. There is actual fire which means that the city may actually be screwed because I don't think there's any firefighters in the area. We could attempt to put out the fires and save the city, but at the same time, I have a bad feeling that that'll just cause more mayhem. But let's try it anyways. We'll get our firefighter. Oh, there's too much pressure. Even the helicopters dropping water isn't going to do anything. The water's just going to the other end of the city, which doesn't really need it. And wow, that fire is really large. It's like twice as tall as the skyscraper. Oh! That is a big, big fire. I mean, on the bright side, this building didn't catch on fire, which actually saved most of the city, but I wonder why this one did. It must have had some wood in it or something, something that was flammable, that would just combust. Wow. Alright, so we saw what happens if we did that. Let's go ahead and get it back to solid again, and let's do a tsunami of mercury. Changes volume with temperature. Oh, interesting. The mercury is actually so heavy, it's bringing the ground. Oh, that's awful. It's burying the city alive. Huh. Okay, mercury tsunamis are terrifying. Look at that. We're just burying the entire city alive. Wow. Kids, don't mess around with mercury. That is scary. That is actually a little bit spooky. I didn't expect that to happen. This game always impresses me in odd ways. Okay, how about a soap tsunami? Don't worry guys, we'll do 2 variants of the soap tsunami, one of which will be the, Ooh, look at it go. One of which will be the napalm soap, because soap works very well as napalm in this game. Okay, yeah, this soap just kind of does its soapy thing. But if we do napalm soap, you may be asking, Spike, what is napalm soap? Napalm soap is soap heated up to insane temperatures that nothing should ever reach, for the sake of making it nice and gooey. Ready? Watch what happens frame by frame, as it freaks the heck out because hot soap in this game acts really interesting. Whee! 9,000 degree soap. Basically your average shower here. Oh, it is actually taking out the building. I think that actually did cause it to catch on fire. Okay, the napalm soap is actually doing a fantastic job of taking out the city. I'm just gonna take out the big building so that I can delete some of this and reduce the lag. Let's see if this little building will be able to hold it off. Ooh, each particle of the soap is just so hot, it does so much damage to the buildings. Will any of the buildings survive? The dam that's been created by this building here is trying its best to protect. Oh, look at that, the ground is melting. That's never good. I mean, the soap is still very hot. It's at 7,000 degrees. Oh, there's plasma coming out. There is a legitimate plasma coming out of this. I don't know why it's creating plasma, but holy moly. It's probably because it's the fire plus the heat. I don't, look at that. That is a massive, like, beam of plasma coming out. It's not every day you just accidentally create plasma. Ooh. Yikes. Oh, is it when smoke gets superheated it makes plasma? Look at it go, though. Wow, and now the soap is freaking out. Like I said, this is why soap makes fun napalm. It's making a mushroom cloud over here. It's all freaking out, getting all stringy, flying all over the place, sticking to things. You don't want to mess with soap. Soap will ruin your life if given the chance. Look at it go. Alright, how about something a little bit safer, like nitroglycerin? Nitroglycerin is pressure sensitive, so stacking it really high may be a bad idea, but for the sake of science, we're going to go ahead and just throw that all out the window, and we're going to just pour as much of it as we can onto this city. Actually, the amount of damage does not seem to be that bad. We're going to turn off water equalization because lag. And we don't really need it. Alright, it actually got all the way to here, and even though it's stacked super high, it doesn't seem like that pressure is enough to set it off. But say someone were to light a cigarette, you open the door, just nitroglycerin floods in, and then your buddy next to you's like, oh, shoot. Yep, alright, Todd. Todd's gonna light a cigarette right here, and we're gonna see frame by frame what happens. Alright. In 1/60th of a second, there's already an explosion several stories high. Oh my god. Okay, it did not take much oh, jeez. It's not even been a second yet. Oh my god, the amount of pressure and the amount of fire and heat. Whew. That is an explosion, if I have ever seen one. Wow, holy moly! And it's the entire, those two big buildings are now on fire. Look at them go. Oh, that may have been the first time that this building got knocked out like that. Yeah. It's completely gone. These buildings were destroyed by the pressure, at least a little bit, knocked over, windows blown out. Then the buildings that were the most flammable caught on fire. Huh, but a lot of the buildings aren't actually flammable and weren't really affected. Who would have expected that? It didn't really do all too much. I mean, if we were to mix, I think that the winning combination here is going to be if you had a tsunami. Again, don't ask why this would happen because I don't have the answer to that, but if you had a tsunami of nitroglycerin and thermite, the nitroglycerin is going to catch the buildings on fire that are blocking the thermite, and then the thermite is going to do its job rather efficiently. Let's see if I'm right about this one, folks. Let's see if I'm right. Alright. The fire is in fact burning down that building. The thermite is doing its thing. The thermite may actually end up smothering the fire though, which is a possibility I didn't really think. Yeah, that's what's happening. The thermite is putting out the fire. What an interesting turn of events. Nobody would have expected it. I mean, it's still burning. The side of the building is burning, and it looks like it's breaking holes through it. Look at that, the thermite's leaking through the sides of the building now. Ooh, that first line of defense for the building is almost gone. And it's actually like building like a, it's flailing, reaching out to attack the rest of the city. The magma is alive. Oh look, it's all the like broken metal from the thermite cooling down. It's building like a shell over the city. Huh. Well, I guess these buildings once again are going to live to see another day unless the hotter thermite somehow gets over there. Which I don't think it will. That's interesting. It's building like a mountain. We're getting a mountain here. Look at that mountain. It's a real nice mountain. The broken metal's breaking from the pressure and falling and filling in the cracks. And a fantastic mountain with caverns. Very interesting. Alright, so kids, if you ever want to take out a city, your best bet is probably going heavy on the soap that is heated to 9,000 degrees. But your second best option is probably a mix of thermite and nitroglycerin, and then just make sure that some idiot lights it on fire while you're not around. There's also things like liquid rubidium, which are pretty effective at going kabooey, but they aren't like, I don't know, they aren't super exciting. They kind of do what you would expect. Like watch, the moment this touches, boom, it's gonna go boom. Nothing really special, pretty much like nitroglycerin. But thank you all for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you all next time for definitely not tsunami related things. Hey, welcome to the end of the video. You know, I wonder how many of you actually make it this far, like my end credits gang. Let's go. Comment below if you're a part of end credits gang, so that you can hear me be dumb. Very exciting. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. See you all. Peace